I recently made a video about how the Victorinox one-hand series is not my favorite. And I'll show you what is my favorite Victorinox. That is the long-defunct 108mm line. I've had two of them. One of them was the civilian Safari model, which I think I must have sold or lost. I don't know what happened to it. And then I've had this one, which was the original German Army knife, as you can see by the Bundeswehr eagle there. These knives, as I understand, were actually designed specifically by the German Army, and thus they had a little bit different feature set than any of the other Victorinox knives. It's fairly light for its size. Has a rather long, narrow Victorinox blade. These are made by Victorinox first, but they were also made by other subcontractors in the German service. And they had one of the, what is probably the single neatest tool Victorinox ever did. This is a combination screwdriver, can opener, bottle opener, and saw. And on some versions, it also had a file on the side. I just think that's neat. And I've used all functions of this tool. I've used it as a screwdriver, I've used it as a can opener, I've used it as a bottle opener, and I've used it as a saw. In none of those tasks is this as good as other dedicated tools in the Victorinox line, but it works well enough, and it is just a marvelous, a marvelous piece of multifunction kit. Has the bottle open, the corkscrew. I don't know why Europeans seem so obsessed with wine that they feel their military knives have to have a bottle opener. Excuse me, a corkscrew. But these I keep on saying knives. These corkscrews can have other uses as well. You can get a little micro screwdriver that you can thread in there. These are pretty good at helping you to untie tangled knots. They can be useful for some other things as well. But overall, if I was to design a multi-tool or a military knife, a corkscrew would not be a piece of equipment that I would include. And finally, it has the awl, which I always think an awl is one of the most necessary functions on a Swiss Army knife or a multi-tool, and this is a pretty good one. So there you have it. It's got a kind of a cool piece of history. I like the style. I like the uniqueness of it. There's no Celador or A-locks here. This is only the only nylon scales. The military models all looked like this. The civilian models, there was a green version with the Swiss Army Cross, and then there was a red version. One of them was called the Safari. The other one's name escapes me. But there you go.